Every time I hear people saying Africa is a very poor continent or there are only poor people in Africa, I just go like, bro or sis, you just don't know what you're talking about. Africa has over 1.3 billion people living here and a gross GDP of $26 trillion. However, there are only a handful of countries that are driving the growth of this continent in terms of finances. In this video, we cover the top 10 biggest countries in terms of economy side that are driving the economies in Africa. These numbers that we talk about here are based on the 2020 estimations of GDPs in Africa. There will also be a bonus fact at the end of this video for anyone who will stick with us till the end of it. If this is your first time watching us, please hit the subscribe button and join our community of visionary and concerned Africans. It costs $0, so please hit that button. Number 10. Angola, $62 billion. Angola has been significantly affected by war in the past, a civil war which concluded in 2002. Since then, positive steps have been made in the direction of global growth and prosperity. Along with the IMF and the World Bank, work on political and economic changes has been done. Since then, the country has had one of the fastest rising economies and has grown to become one of Africa's wealthiest nations. Yeah, there can be good future after a devastating war. Angola's natural resources include gems, oil, gold, copper, and abundant biodiversity, which has severely degraded during the civil war, and forests and fossil fuels. In January 2022, the Luanda leaks revealed that some prominent US consulting firms have assisted the former president of the country, José Eduardo dos Santos family, and his daughter Isabel dos Santos in dishonestly running Sonangol, the country's biggest oil company, for their selfish enrichment, allowing them to use the company's restructured funds. Number 9. Tanzania, $64 billion. Still on the east side of the continent comes Tanzania. Agriculture is the backbone of the country's economy, accounting for about 25% of GDP and hiring of the workforce. Mining, manufacturing, housing, power, natural gas, and water supply are among the fastest growing sectors of the economy, accounting for nearly 30% of the GDP. Gold, coffee, cashew nuts, cotton are major exports. Tanzania's economy has overgrown in recent years, with its 5.6% growth rate, although this seems to be declining. The medium-term future is bright. Tanzania enjoys a great association power that we will discover in the comment section. This could be the solution to unlock all economic problems in Africa. Number 8. Ghana, $67 billion. Thanks to its overall favorable market climate, the country has drawn foreign investment and has seen economic growth of just over 6% in the last 2 years. Services account for about half of Ghana's GDP and recruit about the third of its workforce. Of only under 25% of the GDP, the industry is the second largest contributor, followed by agriculture. Ghana has a wealth of natural resources which has contributed to the country's economic growth. The country's biggest export is gold. Back in the colonial days, Ghana was named Gold Coast, so you can imagine how wealthy the country was in terms of gold and still is. Petroleum is next, and together they account for half of the country's foreign exchange. Cocoa beans and wood are among other leading exports. Number 7. Ethiopia, $95 billion. Since 2008, Ethiopia's economy has grown at an annual rate of 9.9%, which is quite impressive. Literally close to double-digit growth. This consistent annual acceleration, which only a few African countries have achieved, has begun to draw foreign investment. In 2018, the government embarked on a bold structural reform to free up the economy and drive change. Ethiopia is solving its economic challenges by investing heavily in public utilities and industrial parks to become a center of manufacturing in Africa. Nevertheless, colossal consumer inflation, socio-political uncertainty, and a weak private sector are issues to keep an eye on. If you have learned something so far in this video, which I know for sure you did, kindly like the video so that YouTube shows this video to other people like you who are in love with information about Africa. Number 6, Kenya, 106 billion. Yes, now we're in the 100 billion plus list. Sound output of tourism, higher education, telecommunication, and decent post-drought results in agriculture, especially the vital tea sector, have all contributed to the economy's expansion. Kenya's economy expanded by more than 7% in 2007 alone, and the country's international debt was significantly decreased. This changed shortly after the country was embroiled in instability following the controversial presidential election in December 2007. Elections are always scary moments for economies, whether in Africa or America. For the last decade, telecommunication and financial activity have accounted for 62% of the GDP. The inefficient agriculture industry, which has 75% of the workforce, contributes to 22% of the GDP. Because of substantial private spending, state enterprises in Kenya are witnessing a big revival. Telecommunication companies such as Safaricom are investing heavily in the country's telecom industry. Number 4, Algeria, 147 billion. In this part of the Sahara, crude oil reserves are plentiful and the economy is heavily dependent on them. So much so that oil and natural gas account for almost 70% of the country's revenue. That's a whole lot. More crude oil reserves were recently discovered in this part of the country, which means that there will be a whole lot of growth coming from this side of the economy. The state continues to control the economy as a result of the country's post-socialist independence growth model. Algeria's government has recently suspended state-owned enterprises privatization and placed control on imports and foreign investment in the country's economy. Algeria has failed to grow industries other than hydrocarbons due to the high prices of investment and the inept bureaucracy in the country. Number 3, South Africa, 283 billion. Mining, manufacturing, financial services and tourism are all important industries in the country. Natural resources and raw material exports such as gold, diamonds, silver, steel, iron ore are also plentiful. South Africa is one of the world's top exporters of these metals, particularly gold and platinum. The country is well known worldwide as a global tourist destination, and it puts a high value on tourism as a revenue source. It is also one of the fastest developing countries in the world. South Africa is still burdened by the comparatively high poverty rate and unemployment, and is also ranked in the top 10 countries in the world for income inequality. In 2015, 71% of the net worth of the country was held by only 10% of the top people in the country, whereas 60% of the poorest held only 7% of the net worth. This reflects a big gap between the rich and the poor, certainly not a cool thing in a continent like Africa. On the other side, South Africa can boast of having a much formal economy, with only 15% of the South African jobs being informal. Number 2, Egypt, $362 billion. Now in our list comes Egypt at the second position. The ancient country based itself mainly on agriculture, media, petroleum, imports, natural gas and tourism. Another immense advantage or strength is that more than 3 million Egyptians work abroad, mainly in Libya, Saudi Arabia, Persian Gulf, and Europe. According to the World Bank, 2.7 million Egyptians currently living abroad contribute actively to their country's growth by remittances, which total 21 billion in 2012. That's $21 billion sent by Egyptians living outside Egypt to their family back in the country. In recent years, the state economy was diversified away from raw material production, with service-based jobs accounting for more than half of the country's GDP. In the last few years, the information technology market has grown exponentially, with several startups providing outsourcing services to North America and Europe. In terms of income distribution, Egypt's culture is relatively unequal, with an estimated 35 to 40% of the population being paid less than $2 a day, with just 2 to 3% deemed rich in the country. Number 1, Nigeria, $442 billion. Finance, transportation, infrastructure, tourism, and a plentiful supply of crude oil are significant contributors to its large GDP. According to OPEC, the country exports approximately 1.6 million barrels of crude oil per day, making it Africa's largest crude oil exporter. Petroleum exports account for 10% of the country's total GDP and more than 80% of export revenue. Nigeria has also benefited a lot from its local market of close to 200 million people. There is also a considerable fertile land for agriculture responsible for over 20% of the GDP. Due to the much political unrest, other socio-economic factors, the country's growth has seen a huge shocks during the recent years. It will always be hard to build real wealth or grow an economy within an unstable political setting. Now, we would love to hear from you. Which country outside the top 3 do you think has the highest chance of dethroning Nigeria from its current leadership position? Let us know in the comment section. Just as promised up there, this is a special bonus fact for you. The East African Community, Burundi, Kenya, Rwanda, South Sudan, Tanzania, and Uganda make up the East African Community, EAC, an intergovernmental organization based in the African Great Lakes region of Eastern Africa. Rwandan President Paul Kagame chairs the EAC. The group was formed in 1967, disbanded in 1977, and then resurrected or restructured on July 7, 2000. This for us represents a proper way to accomplish good economic connection and togetherness of African nations, just like Nkrumah and other Pan-Africanists would have wished. African countries can make more money and keep it in the continent if we all work together, prioritizing a neighboring country's need over the West's demands. This brings our video to an end. Thank you for watching us and see you next time.